Welcome everybody to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is returning guest, the amazing Liz Stiletto.
Hello, hello, hello. Great seeing you
Great to
again.
see you as well. Yes. She's in the trifecta. She's been in here last year and in January and now here today. So always a blast when we have Liz on the show. So for those watching and future watching, you can follow Liz on her Facebook page, Liz Stiletto. You can also be sure to check her out next weekend at the Toledo Tattoo Festival, April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So if you're wanting to get some new ink and you want to say hey to Liz and get tattooed, that is the place to go.
I'll
Liz,
also be
welcome to
having
the show.
nope. I'll also be having my merch booth there too
Okay.
for Stiletto Cartel next to the tattoo booth, and you'll be able to meet some of our other employees and artists from the shop too.
Awesome. So you kind of get like the gorgeous girl bundler, where you get to meet everybody and get some merch. So make sure you follow up on that.
Yeah.
So we talked last in January. How are things going for you and the rest of the gorgeous girls from where we are now?
Everything's been going really good. We got some conventions that we've been trying to work into, even some new ones with the gorgeous girls there. There's also going to be a special event going on for one of the weekends in June for I think it's the Days of the Dead in Indy. And the Thursday before that will actually be a filming of a movie that we've been in. It's been a few years since finally getting released, and the premiere showing of it will be then, and it's the Walls of Blood final cut.
Ah, there you go. Um, Now, where this is being shown, is there like a certain time and place where this is being shown at and location?
I believe it is June 20th, but I have to go and kind of see the rest of the details there. So I've just been really
Okay.
busy with work and getting other things taken care of. So,
Right.
but it is on Facebook there.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know and I'll share it. So, um, now as far as 2023, do you have any further goals for the rest of the year?
Um, Pretty much as I want to get out there more with my merch and my crafts that I make and try to hit some more events, kind of get around and get to meet some new people there, make some new connections and all that. Maybe travel a little bit more. Do have some plans in July to go ahead and go on a nice road trip with the motorcycles. So I know that's a really big goal because it's just so great to ride. You feel so good, and also scope out some like new shoot areas by doing that too. So taking advantage of the trip for some new photo ops.
um, so as far as those events, is that more like you're doing that solo, or are you doing that with other members of the group?
Some of those be solo, but of course, like I say with the gorgeous, we do have some events going on throughout the year. I also know that they're even promoting a cruise for the next coming year there. So they went on one this year. It said everyone had a blast and loved it. So they're planning another one and trying to get more people to join in on the fun to check it out and hang out with the gorgeous girls there. And even so too with that the gorgeous girls, we have a camp out every year, so all of us get to get together, have fun, hang out, get some photo shoots in then too for any of our content for the gorgeous girls or our own personal stuff there. And you just go ahead and have fun. You can even contact the Gorgeous Girls about it because fans can join in. There is a fee for that, but he will post about that and have information too. Or, like I said, they can hit up the iHeart Gore Facebook or the Gorgeous Girls website there and just email the owner there and get in contact with him if anyone wants to hang out with us.
All right. You're not near Crystal Lake with your camp out, are you?
No, but that would be pretty cool. Hey, we would take advantage of that. Oh my gosh, hell yeah! We'd have a whole bunch of hot chicks coming out, being like greasing with the butt. So everyone would just still have fun. But yeah, that would be cool.
Could definitely do Friday the 13th, and that would be a lot of fun. You do a lot of different TikToks too.
Right, right.
So yeah, like they'd be
There's a
like,
whole bunch of girls with the masks running around,
yeah.
bikini bottoms.
You'd hear like the sound like, man, this guy's taking forever.
When a girl fall on her heels, just give her a minute.
Yeah. I'll run to you, so we'll finish up.
All right, you can stab me. It's okay.
Yeah. Supposed to be for dinner, so let's hurry it up. Uh, um,
And even
now
then
it's
too, it's like a oh sorry. Because even then too, like if fans want to go and have any suggestions for like anything for the Gorgeous Girls, they're more than welcome to hit them up. Like if they want to see certain photo shoots or they want to see us do something specific, or even if they know a convention that we haven't found out about, they can always hit up the Gorgeous Girls there and send the information to them and hopefully be able to go and check it out and even meet them there if it's close to them and makes it easier for them too.
definitely. Um, did you also recently attend a convention, or didn't some of the gorgeous girls recently attend a convention?
Yes, we've already had about two so far this year. The one was recently was Cinema Wasteland. I think that was a couple weeks ago, and a few weeks before that was Horror Hound. Yeah, Horror Hound in Cincinnati. There, we weren't. I wasn't able to make it to Horror Hound, even though it's a really great show. But I wasn't able to make it. I had to work, and then I did make it to Cinema Wasteland, which that's always a great show. It's a smaller convention, but everyone knows each other more. Everyone gets along and jokes around and has fun with the vendors and with the customers. Heck, I actually even have a customer that comes usually sees me there every time, and he's coming to me now to get tattooed. So I even got clientele for tattooing there, and we just talk about the horror stuff and all that. And I do a lot of horror pieces on him too, and he'll come to conventions like, I need to book my next appointment. I'm like, all right, well, just give me a minute here. And how you go? How's it going?
Yeah, I've been to Cinema Wasteland before. They had the girls from the Evil Dead there back in 2016. So it's been a while since I've been there,
Mm.
but it's
Mm.
definitely a good show.
Yeah, this year was more of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre crew, from the original versions. A lot of them were there, um, and that was really cool to see that. Um, yeah, there's a few others too. I was busy at the booth, but But yeah, it was really neat. Like I said, that was a great theme this year. Hmm? Oh yeah, Alex from Child's Play. He was there. Got to meet him. He was really cool. And I know
Definitely.
even at the end of this year, Cinema Wasteland, they do it twice a year in Strongsville. And I think the other one's in October. And even I'm trying to get a booth in with the Stiletto Cartel in there too. And if they do have availability, they're going to try to get me next to the Gorgeous Girls. So even the Gorgeous Girls could kind of expand more too. Because we go ahead and bring so many girls, sometimes we're cramped in that area, it's just like, uh. So,
Yeah, sometimes you can be rather smushed or something like that. That's where you need like those just a stat, like a then that way you have more
yeah.
room.
Yes, yes. Like I said, so many of the girls are just so excited to be there and see everybody and help promote the gorgeous girls. It's like I said, it's kind of hard sometimes even go and see who can come. And it's like, oh, we're gonna have enough room. It's like, all right, we gotta make plans here. Like, here, you go run flyers around, and you stay here at the booth, and you go ahead and take a break and all that, and just going in and just promoting the gorgeous girls.
Definitely. Have you had really any challenging tattoo pieces for this year?
Um, I have one that I've been working on. It's been a little challenging and but fun at the same time. He's one of our good buddies, and I'm working on a cover up. He has tribal on his stomach for he says when he was young and dumb, and we're doing actually Zeus and Hades faces on him to help cover this tribal up. And we got Zeus done so far, but we keep picking on him because I can only get so much done in a certain amount of time. And when we had shading, I started shading out this one piece. I'm like, all right, we had to be done for today. He's like, like this. And there's our and we got like Elvus or we kind of we've been messing around with the names of Elvis and Zeus and all that, but yeah, he was just like, I have Elvis on me. I can't believe she left it at that. And I was like, dude, it's not like it's done. He's like, I know, I'm just picking on you. But we finally got another session in, finished off the rest of them. I was like, all right, Elvis has left the building. You're okay. He's gone. It's like, but I still got Hades to do, so. and,
Yeah.
And even then, after that, he wants to go and he's got some pieces on his chest he wants covered up, and we're going to start working our way up there. Maybe add Medusa to that too, and some other stuff.
There you go. You'll have a whole Greek mythology within written in
Yes.
over his chest. Yeah, my cousin had a challenging tattoo. He got our family crest on his shoulder, but it had all the intricates and the flag and like the making sure that everything did that. And the person who did it was retired also, so um, it took like I think 4 to 5 sessions to get it all done. It was huge. It was like from here to like almost where his elbow bends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big pieces like that, we tell people it's like it's going to be a few sessions. And they're like, I want to get it done on one. Like, even if you tried, your body's going to say no. And you'll either
Yeah.
pass out, go into a light case of shock, and it just won't be a good time for you because your body's hating you at that moment. It's like you mentally, it's like, I could do this. Your body's like, fuck you. It shuts down. But it's like we'll try to get as much done as possible. Let it heal up, come back in. You'll be all refreshed and everything, and we'll go ahead and get another at least big session done. But yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Now, do people sometimes not have an idea of what they want at all, and then they ask you to come up with something? Like, you have people who have no idea. They just want a tattoo and nothing comes to mind.
Yeah. Not so much as the years have gone on, because since tattoos have gotten popular, but still there is some, and sometimes they resort to like some flash or looking up some flash online there, or sometimes like we do have a bucket list type thing where some of us have drawn some tattoos on paper and pick a number out of the bucket, and whatever number you get matches that design, and that's what you get. So some people have really fun with that. I some of the stuff I think was funny in there. I drew up a little cat with piercings on it and called it a pierced pussy. I did a monkey's head like that too, pierced monkey. And there were some goofy ones in there, so people get a chuckle out of it. And then, of course, you got the cute ones, like a little bow or a little Hello Kitty type deal, some flowers, So it's not all just kind of messed up stuff, but and then some of the people that don't know what they want, uh, well, at least like, well, what do you like? What are you into? And it's like how big, how intricate. I try to pull as much information from them as possible to at least get an
Hmm.
idea to draw something up for them or come up with something for them. And then they could go from there. It's like, oh, I like this, but I don't like that. This is too much. I want to kind of maybe mean more of this now that I'm seeing it. And then just kind of work from there. And with that, I tell people it's like you have to have a lot of patience in this business because that's also something you gotta be patient with is your customer to understand what they want and try to picture and figure out what they would like. They apologize. They're like, I'm so sorry. I just don't know. And it's like, hey, we're working on it. And, it's going to be on you for the rest of your life. So, yeah, don't rush into things too. Um, I had one customer, she wanted to get a piece on her arm and she knew she wanted some words, but she wanted some more with it. And as we kept talking, things kept changing. She wasn't sure if she wanted more for her dad or more just for her family or more for just life in general. And it just came down to we just did the lettering. It's just if that's at least what you want and that you've been wanting that, get that. We could always add on later to it instead of rushing it and being like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have done that over here. Or no, at least the lettering was the one thing she was definitely set on. So we don't want to try to push you into doing something that you're not sure of because, again, it's on you for the rest of your life. So we care about our customers.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the important thing, and that you do care because it's a representation of your work, on them, and they have to carry it around with life. So it's important that they're
yeah,
thrilled about it.
yes, yes. It's like we go ahead and one of my customers, she had me put a piece together for her, and it's sections on her leg of flowers, but the main section is a Disney theme. The one that has Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. Another one's Winnie the Pooh, and the last one we did was a Alice in Wonderland piece. And she went and she was at a like a bike event, and they had a tattoo contest, and she put it in a tattoo contest and actually got an award for it.
Oh, it's all right. Temporary delay. I'm just thinking that it was a connection issue. So just everyone remain patient while we wait for Miss Liz Stiletto to come back. Um, keep in mind, we have guests coming up on Friday, April 21st. We have Henry, who was originally going to be, or not Henry, Harry. Harry will be a guest on our show. He's originally supposed to be on Sunday. He'll be on Friday. And then we'll have Michael Machung will be back on here. And after Michael Machung, we'll have a duo um, guest. We will have for a haunted house. We'll have Batsy Von Crazy and Valkyria Rose. So keep in mind for that. Also, in May, we're going to have more guests. We have Miss Natalie Harlow, who will be a guest. She's another pinup. We're going to also have Tiffany Flamingo, who is another pinup. And we're also going to have another duo guest, um, we're gonna have from the Macabre Moon Models. We're going to have Crazy Kitty, and Layla Page will be back, and we will continue to work on those guests. We'll see also if we can get a panel set up for Dan-A-Plooza in May. And then in June, we're only going to have two shows, mainly because I am moving. So we are limiting um, the amount of guests. Um, so we will just have to see how that goes in that time frame. And we are seeing if Liz can come back.
There we go.
And ta-da!
Yeah, I had issues with the internet for some reason, and it's like something
Yep.
went wrong. Connection. I'm just like, oh,
It's okay. I plugged away, so
thank you.
yeah, I, I filled the void. It's not the first time. I think it's funny because usually it
Again,
happens to
that's
me, and then my guest has to fill in the time. So, um, getting
uh,
back to what we were talking about, do some people sometimes have these very detailed sketches or ideas that they want? And is that something that you have to talk to them sometimes where it might be too detailed or too much to, place on the skin if it's got all these different marks and everything on them?
with that, usually I love detail a lot personally, and we do have to be careful about sizing with it because some people's like, oh, I want this detailed piece, but only like this big, and it's like, well, that's not going to work out or at least last very long. It's going to turn into a blob and you're going to be unhappy, not know what it is. No one else is either. So I was like, well, what I told him was like, I'll make it as small as it can be without having any issues with it. So, and they'll understand that because I at least try to explain to him, like, yeah, after so long, you do the lines, you get older, things change, but it does, your ink will start to spread out. So something small, after a few years, it will go ahead and start spreading out and connecting together and again looking like a blob or not what it's originally supposed to look like. Um, I've had to do some tattoos like that. Go ahead and try to re-outline them, revamp them, bring them back to life. And when they're pretty old and faded like that, sometimes it's hard to make out what's what. Even trying to get a picture from them of it, not all of us had cell phones or actually had cell phones back then to take pictures. So um, just like a snap click, like, hey, yeah, check it out, I got it, yeah. So, but yeah, some people even have so much detailed stuff, and at least they'll go ahead and like, well, how big do you want it? Like, where are you putting it? And they're like, oh, I want a whole back piece. And it's like, all right, cool, we got this. What you got? What do you want? And like, I'm ready. Just tell me. Let me get a little notebook and pen out there. One that I've been working on too is this one girl. She wanted a chest piece done. I was like, okay, and I know she likes bright colors, so it's gonna be something like that. And what we did is I drew up that she wanted an octopus that had flowers on it, like in a skin type deal, and she wanted like as a mosaic tile. So we got the
Mm.
outline done, but yeah, the whole piece covers her chest. We got flowers as mosaic tiles inside the octopus. All around the octopus for background is mosaic tiling. It's even holding flowers in its tentacles. And I drew the whole
Oh
thing
wow.
up, and like, yeah, it's gonna be a process, but it does have a lot of detail, and it's gonna have a lot of color to it, and it's gonna be just so bright, bold, and just it's gonna be great. We both can't wait. Of course, we have to give it healing time, and then we'll get back into it. but I love it. I love doing detailed pieces like that, and even if I can't do it with the line work, I could do it with the color because she was even asking me about it. It's like, well, what are you gonna do with the coloring in there? Is it just gonna be solid? Is it gonna be some shade? It's like, well, you know how you get the dark and the lights kind of mixing together, almost like well, just like a blend, almost like watercolor in there to give it some depth to it. And she's like, okay, never mind. I know you know what you're doing. You show me examples. Like, no more questions. I just can't wait. And I'm like, same here. Heal faster, please. But oh
Yeah,
yeah, just
I have a friend who has a tiger, and it's got wings, but the tiger's like purple, and and that was a lot of detailed work. And I know sometimes the arm has changed, so like the wingspan.
yeah. Ah, yeah. It's like sometimes even if it's a simple piece, people sometimes will still want it really small, especially their first tattoo. The nerves.
Mhm.
So it's like we still have to be careful on the sizes of that, especially lettering. Sometimes people like a lot of lettering on the sides of the finger there, and it's like, well, we could do what we can, but no, just they'll go show them like, can we have that smaller? And it's like, no, it's not going to work that way. It's like we want it to hold up. It's going to be a hard place to hold anyways because it's on the finger. It's just like this is to be the best for you, and they're like, okay. And like I said, we talk to them, explaining them why instead of just like, no, we're not going to do that. We're doing this. You're getting it, and you like it now. But
um, is there like certain uh challenges for like certain like places as far as getting tattoos? Like I've known someone to get it on their skull. I think sometimes people try to do their eyelids, but that I feel like that's too sensitive.
um, somebody Yeah, sometimes people have asked me about certain tattoos and if I would do them or have I. The eyelids, I I don't want to attempt that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. My husband, he has, but there is ways to do it. It's not like we just go and tattoo over the eye. No, no, it's a really thin layer of skin. You got to use your brain there, and it's just stretching the skin, pulling the eyebrow up and your skin up of your eyelid to get more on the surface there, not actually on your eyeball. And then just going in and taking your time. Sometimes with stuff like that, we have to kind of go in light and just kind of build it up with the lining. Just for the fact of we have to be careful how deep we go, and
Mhm.
also you go too deep, you could go and blow it out. And for me, when I do stuff like that, it's like I'd rather you have to come in for me to touch up than go too deep and ruin it and have to try to figure out a way to fix it and make things just harder and worse. So, and again, everyone gets to understands that, and it is great to hear. Just don't mind that at all. But the eyelids, yeah, he's done that. He's tattooed a tongue. Those usually don't last. Most of the time, people just do it for shock value. Or he's done one for a girl that she was doing it for a photo shoot. So he
Oh, okay.
tattooed her tongue there. We have tattooed boobs and stuff like that, and the nipples. I have tattooed uh, a penis.
Yeah.
So butt cheeks, stuff like that. Even down there on girls too. It's pretty much but for like difficult spots or just kind of harder spots for us would probably be more of like a kind of the fingers, sometimes neck, eyelids, and sometimes people try to do the palm of their hands or palms, the bottoms of their feet. We really don't do those. We really highly recommend not. Sometimes it will hold, most of the time it won't. Um, if anyone wants that, it's our buddies. It's just like, all right, well, you know what's going to happen. So like, yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's gonna be cool though. And it's like, all right, just pay us, we'll do it for you, buddy. And they're like, all right. And then after the heal up, it's like, man, that hurt like hell, but I need it touched up. And it's like, all right, well, I could get you in like next day. Like, give it maybe another month. I still gotta get up for it because that hurt. But
Noted,
like
noted.
otherwise, we don't recommend it for anyone just off the streets or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, it's not worth it. Or tattoo artists. It's sometimes we get bored, we tattoo ourselves, so we go ahead and do stuff like that. And it's like, I can touch it up anytime, and it's like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Just I was bored.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say or promote as we wrap stuff up on Dan-A-Plooza?
Well, just again to go ahead and don't forget to check us out, True Innovations Tattoos at the Toledo Tattoo Festival. Like I said, we'll be there all weekend, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And of course, like I said, the Stiletto Cartel, my business, merchandise, and all the crafts and stuff I make will be there right next to there. Check out, of course, even some of the gorgeous girls may be there and maybe promoting and then also getting a little work done. So you kind of get to see me and some other girls in action there. Me tattooing and stabbing, the other one may be in a little pain. But we'll go ahead and just be rocking it there, promoting everything and seeing everybody, and even just everyone coming out and enjoying the convention in the first place, seeing all the other artists and merch and stuff like that. And also, we will be also having T-shirts there for the shop too. So if you want even merch like that, come out, grab one, and represent us, and you can even get photos with us too if you want. Hey, why not?
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for here on Dan-A-Plooza. I'd like to thank my guest, Liz Stiletto, for being on the show. Tune in to Friday, more Dan-A-Plooza. Have a good night.
Bye.
Night. Come on.